Ему 33 года, рост 165 сантиметров, вес 58,3 килограмма. Профессиональный рекорд 12 побед, 2 поражения. И его стиль бразильское джиу-джитсу. Ladies and gentlemen, he is 33 years old. He stands 165 centimeters tall. Official weight 58.3 kilos. Professional record 12 victories and 2 defeats. He's Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist representing Ceará, Brazil. Here is Чарльз! Энрике! И его соперник красного угла, fighting out of the red corner. Айсу 27 лет, рост 162 сантиметра, вес 57,2 килограмма, профессиональный рекорд 12 побед и только одно поражение. Его стиль ударная техника. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 27 years old. He stands 162 centimeters tall, official weight 57.2 kilos. As a striker with professional record 12 victories and only 1 defeat. Дамы и господа, из Кулеба, Таджикистан, приветствуйте, Азам Гафоров! And the bell rings, your referee in charge, Lucas Basatsky.
So Lucas Basatsky is the referee in charge of this bout. Charles Enrique against Azam Гафоров. We are ready to go. Charles Enrique is a very sophisticated fighter, very accurate.
Well, looking at the Brazilian fighter, we can say that he is bigger. He looks bigger than Гафоров. Very athletic, muscled. Good jab by Гафоров.
Yeah, Enrique looks like a bodybuilder.
And by the way, speaking about the size of Гафоров, he is smaller. And he said in his interview that in his early childhood he had to fight a lot because he was smaller than than the others, and so that's why he had to defend himself.
As you can see, he has good speed advantage. He has good speed advantage, and he uses it right now very well.
Big right hand by Гафоров.
Actually, the third already in this fight.
Well,
Enrique takes it.
Another one thing, Enrique is big muscle, but nice
what a nice right hand.
Big
to
connection
the chin.
by Гафоров, and I think that he stunned Enrique with that punch. And another 1-2 combination from Azam.
Enrique seems to be a little bit loaded up.
And I think that he's complex.
Yeah.
Maybe because of his muscles.
Yeah.
Maybe of that kind of pressure. Nice connection again by Гафоров.
Nice exchange at the center.
And Enrique trades shots with Azam Гафоров, but it can be very dangerous for him.
And Гафоров throws more and hits more.
And look at that beautiful hand speed of Azam Гафоров.
Another one.
Accurate punches from Azam Гафоров, but Enrique responds.
He took some by Enrique.
And forward he comes again. Azam Гафоров is willing to finish the opponents. Is willing to finish the fight in the very first round. But so far Enrique shows his big chin.
Right now, as you can see, Enrique prefers to strike without any possibility to go and take down his opponent because he is a BJJ practitioner. Low blow.
Yeah, Гафоров is being hit to the groin, but the fight resumes. Enrique apologizes for that move, and the fight continues. Big body shot from Гафоров, and Enrique counters immediately, takes the top position, but Гафоров does not want to stay on the ground, and he tries to stand up, but Enrique gets the opponent back. And here is the grip, and there it can be a choke.
So desperate position right now.
Exactly, and we see a body triangle from Enrique, but I thought that Enrique will try to expand Гафоров in order to submit him, and Enrique needs to produce some good shots, and there he comes. Гафоров fights back with his right hand, and he tries to break that grip.
Yeah, he understands he has to control the hand of his opponent.
Especially the wrist.
Yes. And that's what
1
he
minute and
does.
20 seconds to go, and here is another grip, another attempt.
Another attempt by Enrique, trying to choke his opponent out. Brazilians are very, very accurate.
And Гафоров defends himself. We don't see any panic in this position. He knows what to do. He covers himself up, not letting the opponent to beat him, to connect the shots.
He understands everything. He's very composed, but it's a very tight position for him.
Гафоров controls his opponent's hands, and you hear the crowd. Of course, they support Azam Гафоров, and he does really need that kind of support now.
Right now, Enrique is wasting his energy trying to choke his opponent out by just one hand.
20 seconds to go. So it looks like Гафоров will manage to survive. He will manage to escape that position and get into the second round, but that kind of position was so dangerous for him.
Yeah, and it's going to be very tough to score this round because in a stance, Гафоров won it, but as you can see on the ground, Enrique has done enough to take the final, I think, minute of this round.
Well, looking at Azam Гафоров, to my mind, he is really confident. He's so calm. He did not feel any panic, just like we told you, ladies and gentlemen. And look at that beautiful connection, that beautiful landing with the right hand from Azam Гафоров. And actually, in stance, he used his speed, he used his footwork, his combinations, but when they got on the ground, look at this. Гафоров made a mistake that actually could cost him a win.
Yeah, I think at the beginning of this fight, the Brazilian disposed himself as a stand-up martial artist, but he understood in the middle that he has to work more on the ground, and that's exactly what he did. And it yielded result that he won the final minute of the round. So let's see the second one.
Round 2.
Here we go.
I think Azam Гафоров has to reset a little bit and try to strike first, strike more, like now, as you can see, by right hand.
Perfect
Nice
landing. Perfect landing by Гафоров.
Another one by Гафоров. Another one too. He's faster than his opponent and he uses it.
Much more faster, and I think that can be the key to the victory for him. Crisp shot by Гафоров, and here comes Enrique again. Гафоров sprawls and they stand up.
He has to be very careful with these takedown attempts by his opponent.
Enrique tries to move, tries to change the directions of his move, tries to change the angles, not to stand in front of big hitter.
Vicious right hand to the face by Гафоров.
A leg kick from Azam. Oh,
Another one. Here's
right
another
hand.
one.
And there he comes, another attack. Good response from Enrique, but none of the shots landed, as far as I could see. But still, Enrique is not even stunned. He's not even hurt.
Look at that. He's trying to take his opponent down.
So powerful, so athletic, and it's really hard to handle these takedowns. Azam Гафоров tries to use the elbow shots in this position because the opponent hand was in front of his chest, so that's why there was a good chance for him to hit.
Yes, and actually in a stance, Гафоров couldn't maintain the distance because he's shorter than his opponent, so that's why he couldn't avoid this takedown.
And he did really want badly to hurt him. He didn't really want to land some shots, so that's why he made that mistakes. And one mistake that actually brought him to the ground, and now Гафоров needs to defend himself. And so far, pretty low pace. And the referee, Lucas Basatsky, tells Enrique especially to be more active.
He has to be more active, but he's just controlling the leg, trying to get to the back right now.
And actually he did it. Another good position for Enrique to improve it, to develop according to the tactics, according to his abilities. And now Enrique traps the opponent with his hand, with his legs, beg your pardon. And 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the second round, and a very, very good position again for Enrique to try to submit.
Like a backpack right now, as Brazilians love to do. Work from here. Of course, Гафоров understands what Enrique is going to do from this position, trying to choke him out.
And by the way, when Enrique stays behind Гафоров, and when Гафоров is standing and holding the opponent, he loses powers.
Of course he does. 1.5 to go.
And so far, Гафоров is struggling.
Гафоров is struggling, yes, but it's going to be another tough round to score.
Exactly.
For judges, because when they stood up,
Гафоров controls the opponent's wrists, and he does not let the opponent to beat him, to use the punches, to use the shots. But Enrique releases his wrists, his hands, and of course he gives some punishment to Гафоров in this position.
Enrique carries on fighting on the back, trying to get to the neck, I think, trying to choke.
And maybe it can be an armbar.
It was very close. It was very close, to be honest.
And there he goes. Enrique tries to grab the opponent's leg, maybe in order to produce some knee bar, or maybe a heel hook. No. And timeout, says the referee, and he warns Azam Гафоров.
What happened?
Actually, I don't know what's the point. So let's stick to the fight again. 15 seconds to go. And the leg kick from Enrique.
Гафоров has to win this final 10 seconds. It's very important for him. Another takedown attempt.
A nice brawl from Гафоров, but Enrique grabs the opponent, and that's it. The time expires, and end of the second round. And looking about Enrique, we can definitely say that he lost many powers, trying to submit the opponents. Practically the same, I think we can say about Azam Гафоров, who had to defend himself practically during the whole round. He had to hold the opponent on his back, losing powers, losing stamina.
Look at that. Vicious right hand to the face.
Beautiful counter, and here comes 1-2 combination. Straight to the jaw, straight to the chin of Enrique, but he shows that his chin is made of stone or something like that.
But this was at the beginning of the round. After that, we've seen that Charles Enrique controlled his opponent on the ground and won, obviously, the second part of
Seconds
it.
out, please. Секунданты за клетку.
So the third and final round for both fighters. Both are devastated. As you can see, Charles Enrique
Третий раунд.
very devastated.
Three.
There is no doubt about that he's going to take his opponent down. He will try to do it.
Гафоров starts the round with a leg kick.
Nice.
Another one, and the third in a row. Look at that, the destruction of a leg of Enrique.
And Enrique just comes forward like nothing has happened.
He's really tough. Here's all good connection by the Brazilian.
Nice exchange. Гафоров uses his speed advantage. Nice to deliver. Another low kick.
1-2 combination from Гафоров.
And Enrique just takes it. He just takes it.
And now Enrique uses the distance to counter. Гафоров lands several shots in his combination, but Enrique seems not to notice it. There is no, these shots mean nothing to him.
Another vicious right hand by Гафоров. And Enrique tries, as we have already mentioned, to take his opponent down.
Well, this tactics brings him success. So that's why I think that he will stick to it. He will try to shorten the distance to put the opponent down.
Another one.
Yes, good sprawl from Гафоров, but it is not convenient for Azam to work in such kind of a position. And they separate again, and a good chance for Гафоров to land good shots.
I think Гафоров could use more punches, could throw more in order to take this round. Nice 1-2 by Гафоров. Another takedown attempt by Enrique. He takes the back. They are at the grip.
And puts the opponent down. And now he needs to produce some control.
Don't grab the fence.
Yes, and Lucas Basetsky. And the referee deducts the point from Azam Гафоров for grabbing the fence, but actually it was not for the first time. He tried to warn Azam Гафоров of not doing that, but still it never worked. So I think that Lucas Basetsky just had nothing to do but just to deduct the point.
And this could be the key moment of this fight. He took 1 point.
And that can be decisive.
Yeah, key moment.
And now Enrique is on top. This is the deep off-guard position. Enrique uses the shoulder to hit Azam Гафоров.
As Conor McGregor did in his fight
against Cerrone. Azam Гафоров tries to scramble. He tries to sweep, and actually he does it.
Nicely done by Гафоров. He has to throw more.
And now Azam Гафоров needs to come forward.
Yes.
He needs to take some risks.
Maybe risk, yes. Has to do it.
Because he's losing the round and maybe the fight.
Another takedown attempt.
Nice connection by Гафоров again. Look at that. Enrique makes the mistake, and Azam Гафоров is on top now.
Гафоров is trying to finish the fight here.
And he has all the opportunities, all the chances, but Enrique is not about to give it up. Good connection again by Гафоров.
Enrique is devastated, and Гафоров could use it. Wild scramble.
Good move by Enrique, very important one. And now, once again, he gets the control of the back of Гафоров. And if he wants to get the win, he should not let the opponent out until the time expires.
Don't grab the fence, understand?
Don't grab the fence. That's what exactly Lucas Basetsky.
This could be a key phrase of the round of the fight, so. And you hear the crowd.
30 seconds to go in this final round. Enrique still controlling his opponent back. Tries to hit the mark. He knows how to do it. He knows how to win the final seconds of the round. Tough to score for the judges.
Well, is it? Is it tough to score for the judges? What do you think about that?
I think it is.
Well, happily we're not the judges. And 10 seconds to go in this fight. In this tricky fight. Well, that's it. End of the fight, the time expired, and we see that Azam Гафоров is more than sure of his win. But I've got some doubts about that, actually.
As Charles Enrique.
Especially speaking about the point deduction.
Yes, and I think Charles Enrique won almost all the final minutes of every round because of the control he showed us today on the ground. Both fighters are pretty sure that they've done enough for this victory, but here could be just one winner.
Yeah, because we all do know that the ACA promotion, the judges and the organizing committee does not like draws. And we see that Enrique is completely exhausted. It's obvious that he gave it all in the cage.
Yeah, they put on a clinic. It was a great fight.
Well, Azam Гафоров continues celebrating, or maybe he's just saying big thanks to his supporters.
So let's wait for the official results.
Obrigado, evento ACA, por me dar essa oportunidade aí. Vamos supor um pouco.
So, where is Alexander Zagorski with the official announcement? Well, the fans are pretty sure that Azam Гафоров should get the win. Well, we understand why, but,
And how did you score it, Roman?
well, I don't know, because in stance, actually Azam Гафоров,
Obviously.
well, he overwhelmed the opponent, that's for sure. But when it came on the ground, Charles Enrique had multiple opportunities to get the submission and to win. Well, but another one thing, a very important fact for me, that's Azam Гафоров scored many shots, but they never influenced Enrique.
Yeah.
It seemed to me that he just even feel them. They meant nothing to him. He was just coming forward,
And this is not-
eating these shots and nothing all.
And it's not an amateur fight. There you could score it, right?
Yeah. The amount of the shots doesn't count.
Of course.
Only the power, only the accuracy.
Дамы и господа, по завершении боя мы имеем судейское решение большинством голосов.
Majority decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the end of action, your winner by majority decision, Charles Enrique!
And Charles Enrique gets the win due to a majority decision. Well,
All I can say is that I quite agree with the judges. I think
exactly.
Charles Enrique did enough to win this fight. He did tremendous job.
Valeu, repórter. ACA, obrigado pela oportunidade. Espero logo estar aqui de cima de novo, representando aí o meu trabalho.
And Azam Гафоров suffers a second loss in his professional career. But David, I definitely agree with you that it was a well-deserved victory for Charles Enrique.
Again, I could say that I wouldn't be surprised if Azam Гафоров takes the win, but if you ask me, I would score this fight as Charles Enrique won it, because to me it was obvious that he had more opportunities on the ground. He showed
finish the fight.
Yeah, to finish the fight.